In this video we're going to look at volcanoes. We're going to cover what causes volcanoes, volcanic fissures, volcanic hotspots, shapes of volcanoes, and some of the secondary characteristics that are associated with volcanoes. Okay, firstly, what causes volcanoes? And I've talked about this before, but volcanoes are often caused by the subduction of tectonic plates. So that's when one plate goes underneath another plate. This causes the plate that goes underneath to be pushed into the hot magma in the mantle, melt, forming magma, while also creating a high pressure spot. And this high pressure eventually can burst up underneath the crust, forming a volcano. Volcanic fissures, on the other hand, are created at divergent boundaries, where two plates are moving away from each other and the magma comes up out of the crack. Another way that volcanoes can form is from a volcanic hotspot. And these can form in the middle of a plate or on the edge of a plate, so it doesn't really matter where the boundaries of the plates are. And it's caused by a hotspot in the asthenosphere. This hotspot melts a bit of the lithosphere underneath it to make the crust thinner in that point, as well as the heat creating pressure and the magma rising through the crust to form a volcano. Now, as the plate, so the lithosphere, moves across the top of the asthenosphere, the hotspot, because it's in the asthenosphere, stays where it is. And this is how volcanic island chains can be caused. So, for example, Hawaii, the islands of Kauai and Oahu were formed a long time ago when the crust was over top of the Pacific hotspot. Since then, they have moved, and in this case it is to the northwest. Moved to the northwest, then Maui was formed. Then 2, 3, 4 centimeters a year, the lithosphere moves over top of the hotspot or away from the hotspot. And finally, we have the big island of Hawaii, which is currently volcanic. So it's sitting over top of the hotspot at the moment. A new land, a new island is being formed in that to this day. The shape of a volcano depends on the lava that comes out of it. So when magma hits the surface, it's called lava. What will happen is over time, the magma will go through stages where it's erupting and then dormant stages. So when it's erupting, you get volcanic rock solidify on top of the volcano. Through dormant stage, you might get a layer of ash or buildup over the volcano. And over time, this builds up into a mountain shape. Now, the composition of the magma or lava that comes out depends on the shape of the volcano. So if it's thin, runny lava, it will run off the side of the volcano very, very quickly and create a shield volcano, so very flat. However, if it's sticky, thick lava, rather than running off the side, it'll cool and solidify before it hits the bottom, and this causes the volcanic layers to layer on top of each other and form a tall, thin volcano, like a stratovolcano or a cinder cone. And depending on how this happens, and over thousands of years, you can get any sort of combination of the two. Some of the secondary characteristics of volcanoes. Secondary vents, and these, so that you have the main vent that goes from the magma chamber at the bottom up to the top of the volcano. Sometimes you'll get a secondary vent form off to the side, and this just releases the pressure so that the magma lava can get out of the volcano and it gets out at another point, and this again can change the shape of a volcano. If the vents are blocked, so the rock, the lava in them has solidified into rock and the pressure builds up, the volcano can erupt violently in a pyroclastic explosion. And this is the exploding, dangerous volcano that we think of when we think of a volcano eruption. Another secondary characteristic is lava tubes. Now these are tubes that form underground where the hot magma melts away a section of the earth and travels through that section of the earth. So it's basically like an underground river of magma that's flowing, and you don't really know where it's flowing because it's underground. So if it goes, the lava goes underground, you're not really sure where it's going to come back up, unless the roof collapses on this magma chamber, these lava tubes, and then it forms what we call a skylight. And a skylight is an area where you can look down into the lava tube. In this video, we've looked at what causes volcanoes, we've looked at volcanic fissures, we've looked at hotspots creating volcanic island chains such as Hawaii. We've looked at the shapes of volcanoes, which is dependent on the type of lava coming out of the volcano. And we've looked at some of the secondary characteristics, including side vents, pyroclastic explosions, lava tubes, and skylights.